with Krisie. I have a brand new setup I talked about last year, being able to stream to both YouTube and Facebook. And this is my first attempt. So I hope it's working out well. I hope you can hear me okay. I hope I'm not blowing out your ears because I got this fancy new microphone. But I'm really hitting this hard this year. This is something that I really believe is helping people, and I love it. So let's jump in and talk about where we're at. And welcome to the YouTube followers. I hope that my audience grows and grows and grows because we have a really good time. If you're on Facebook and you want to join us over on YouTube, that would be wonderful. You can see I have a new logo, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. I did a lot of things to try to figure out how to do that, and I finally got it. So it's I like it. Let me know in the comments if you like it. And well, let's be honest, it's been kind of a learning curve. I'm old now, so it's different to figure things out. And well, I don't know the right questions to ask. And I think we can all agree that life in general, if you don't know the right questions to ask, you aren't going to get the right answers. So, hopefully, what I can do for you here is to help you get the answers or help you ask the questions and get the answers you need to the questions you don't know how to ask. So, that's what I've always tried to do as a social worker. And it's paid off. So, that's a good thing. So today I wanted to talk about a couple things because last week we talked about going through your camera roll and looking through in the last year and seeing all the things that are happening and all the things that you experienced. And it's really been interesting to see the comments that I've gotten from all of you about that, and how it's just been kind of an awakening. Like, okay, yeah, so there has been some crappy things that happened, and but look right here, look at all the amazing stuff that happened too. Because I don't know about you, but when I went through my camera roll, there's two things that really happened. One, I was having fun and everybody was laughing and smiling. And two, someone was bleeding, had a wound, had something like not good going on, lump on the head. So I actually decided this year, this January, kind of to pay attention to what's happening, and I decided that I'm no longer just going to have bloody things, right? Like been really intentional. But yesterday, mom texted and she's like, "Hey, I scraped my leg and I can't get it to stop bleeding." What? Okay, okay. So God bless my cousin Renee and Bestie and all the things. I said, "Hey, would you run over to mom? She's bleeding and she can't actually get it to stop." And that was that was like different. And let me just put a plug in for the cameras. Remember I told you that we well, I don't know if I told you, but we put in cameras at my mom's house, and not to spy on her, but to be able to see that she's walking around, that she's okay, that, like, how bad is bleeding? What does bleeding look like? Well, I got to see it and I'm like, holy smokes. So, anyway, I got in my car, started to go there. Renee went over there. But first thing in my camera roll, maybe not the first thing, but the first bloody incident in my camera roll is actually the wound. It was big and gross, and I taped it up and we did a bunch of things. So we'll see how it looks today. But yeah, yuck. It goes. I also am a social worker, so there's like 5,000 reasons I am not a nurse, and well, blood is at least the first 100 of those reasons. So, but this whole experience as a caregiver, you do what you have to do, and I almost feel like I could turn into a wound care expert. We got so many wound care things at the house, it looks like we could start our own clinic. So if you're going to have something go on with you, I suppose it's we're prepared for that. But yeah, it was just back to we just have all the things. Anyway, it's not really what I wanted to talk about, but it goes in line with looking back at your camera roll and realizing that you're having bad days, you're not having a bad life. I have to remind myself all the time that we have bad moments and we have bad days and sometimes we have bad weeks, but we don't have a bad life. And I think that if we keep focusing on the overall, oh my God, this life sucks, I hate this terrible, blah, 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 right? Like, if that, if that was the case, like, think about, think about how much you miss and how much you miss paying attention to things, right? So, part of my New Year's thing and going back through things instead of doing a New Year's resolution, because it just pisses me off and it makes me stop and stall and all the things, right? Is really a stop, start, and continue. So, when we look at that, when I looked at my camera roll, what did I need to start? I needed to start calming down and reflecting during the year of all the amazing things that are happening. And what was the consistent thing that continue to do a lot of cool things with Grayson, the boy, right? Because he's amazing. He is funny, he brings life, and no matter what you feel like, he's going to make you laugh. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, that was good. But what I really need to stop doing is beating myself up about not taking enough pictures and blah 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 blah. But beating myself up that I unless something major is happening, I don't capture anything. And that's okay too, right? But if the little thing in the back of your head is I'm not doing enough this or I'm not doing enough that, stop doing that. Do not continue to do it. Stop it. It is not serving you, it is not helping you, and is not moving you forward, right? So, what I then did, because I never really thought about it until my sister brought it up, was that you also have to look through your calendar and see what happened. All right. And here's why I say that. I looked through the camera roll, but that only told half the story. We also had many, many things in the last year that were somewhat life altering, somewhat traumatic, somewhat, life happening for sure. And that's not just like, hey, the power went out or something, it's big stuff like, oh, let's fall on the floor and lay there for 3 hours, or, let's get clogged arteries, let's get our neck fused, let's do a couple of cataract surgeries, let's do, you know what I mean? So the point in reflecting on that is not only to see what you survived, right? But also that you went through a lot and you have to adjust your expectations accordingly. Meaning, I've said 1,000 times, expectations are resentments waiting to happen. If you have expectations of yourself in reflecting in the last year, right? I pray that you readjust them to make sure you can actually meet them instead of having this whole component um of you're not enough, or I got to do that, or I didn't do this, or just beating yourself up because what? So yeah, that I and kind of look at a journey line, right? And when we do training with staff and we help staff kind of understand what's happening to them, like how did we get here? We help them do what we call journey lines of their lives, right? And you can do that. Like take a look at your entire life and kind of journey line it out and map it out. What are the significant things that happen along the way? How did it change you? How did it impact you? And I think that's really cool because, well, honestly, like we don't give ourselves enough credit. We are more than willing to beat ourselves up about what we're not doing, but we are not willing to give ourselves some credit about what we have done, what we have survived, what we've carried our families through, what we've carried all the people we love through, and most importantly, what we supported ourselves through. And everybody lived to tell this story, right? Like, yeah, it's a lot, and it's okay to be a lot, but it's also okay to back up and do something different, right? And I think one of the things that I'm going to do differently this year, and I've been doing it a couple days and thinking about it already, is that I don't even know where I heard it or where I saw it. Maybe it was Mel Robbins. The 7 habits you need to stop breaking, or you need to break, or 7 something. I'll post it down in the bottom. But anyway, she talked about how if you wake up every morning expecting yourself to be at 100%, you're never that how many of us actually wake up 100% every day, all the time? Zero people, right? Not many people. So, what she talked about was if you wake up and you say to yourself, well, you know what? I only have about, I don't know, I'm at about 60% capacity today. So if you show up today at 100% of that 60% capacity, did you not show up 100% today? Like the way in which you had the capacity to show up. Does that make sense? Like if I get up in the morning and I don't feel good or there's a lot going on or my brain is just telling me it's tired because that's a thing. That is definitely a thing. Then I want to set my capacity as something that I can handle, not something I have to endure, not something I have to trudge through, not, you know what I mean? Like make sure you set your expectations for that day. So I guess what I'm saying is the start, stop, continue, it goes in so many facets and so many directions, right? And I just want to make sure that we're all thinking of ourselves much better, much easier, much more gracious, I should say. So, and thinking about things different, right? And remember, the learning only comes in the reflection. That's where the learning comes. You are not going to learn anything in the middle of some kind of crisis, in the middle of some kind of emotional craziness. You're just not going to do it. It's not a thing. So, so with that, I hope that was helpful. All the YouTube people, I hope you can hear me. I'm going to play this back and make sure that it went on both places because it just doesn't seem like it should because it's like magic and I'm old. I'm not old. I'm 56. I think 56. Yeah. Anyway, but my world doesn't ever travel this way. So figuring it all out and working it and making it work and doing new things and doing scary things, you'll survive those too. So maybe you need to start putting that thing on your list that what is all about you that you've always moved to the bottom and never got to. Because I'll tell you that thing that's important to you, that thing that you keep moving at the bottom of your list is the one thing that keeps you in place for working the things that are important for you and for all of you. So make sure you put something back at the top of the list and make it yours and do some reflection. And so today's joke, I always do a joke. Today's joke is how much room do you need to grow fungi? As mushroom as you need. So funny, so funny. So, anyway, thanks for joining me. I think I do see chats. I think that I see Sharon. Hope Diane's injury heals fast and she's doing better. She's doing great. I'm going to go put bumpers on her walker today. Every single sharp thing I can find is getting a little silicone because that's what my dad taught me to do is put silicone on everything. So we're going to fix that crap today. And yeah, so you totally got this. I'm excited about our year together and all you can do is the next right thing. So peace out. We'll see you next week. And I really, really enjoyed our time together today. Take care. Bye-bye.